Hello guys, I am so excited and welcome you to this tutorial. I'm super excited to teach you and introduce you to the world of Coreldraw. It's a magical world. It's so magical, you will enjoy each and every stage of this. Listen very carefully and you will certainly enjoy it. This is Coreldraw tutorial for beginners. Now you can see this is the interface of Coreldraw. Actually, I imported this this logo for you to use as a practice, the first stage. But before we start to practice with this logo, I'm going to introduce you to the major tools, the tools that we'll be using regularly on this software. This is the interface of the whole software, and this is the work area. These are the tools. Now, the first tool on the top is called the pick tool. The pick tools, when it is clicked, it allows you to pick anything, any object on the workspace. It allows you to pick, highlight, pick, select anything you want. That's the pick tool. That's its function. It's very, very crucial that you learn this thing. You can use the pick tool also to click all the menus. This is the menus on the software. And particularly before I go on, I'm using Corel 20. The interface of Corel 20 and Corel 2020 and Corel X7 they are almost the same, but it is not. It is easy to know. Okay, the second tool is the shape tool. If you look at the tool very carefully, there's a small angle at the corner of the tool, at the bottom right corner. If you click on it, it gives you options of what are in this tool. It opens the extension, and we have the shape tool, the smooth, the smear, the twirl, this attract and repel, and smudge, then roughen. But most importantly, the most important tool in these selections is the shape tool. You will use it very often. Then next, you have the crop tool. This is the crop tool. When you click at the small angle at the bottom right, you have the crop, knife, virtual segment, delete, and erase. But most importantly, you will use mostly the crop tool. Then the next tool, that one under it, is the zoom tool. If you put your cursor on it, you give you the name of the tool. Is a zoom. So it's used for you to expand. When you click on it, you can expand and see clearly what you want to see, what you are highlighting. And if you right click, it zooms out. It zooms out. But if you click on it, it zooms in. So in this tool, the extension on the tool is there's pan. Pan is like using a hand to move your object up and down. You can move your object up and down. But most importantly, you use the zoom frequently. I use the zoom frequently. Then after that, you have the freehand tool. Freehand tool is for drawing lines. You can, if I click on it, you can draw lines, any form of line you want with this tool. It is very flexible. I don't need this now, I'm just showing you. Then on it, if you click, it has an extension of various tools that are very, very useful as well. You have the 2-point line, the bezier, the pen, the B-spline, the paw line, and the point curve. Then the next one is the artistic media tool. This is also used to draw lines, or like paintbrush. If you want to use something like paintbrush, it is allowed. When you click on it, it gives you various options. Like now, I just did this with it. It takes time for you to learn it, but it is not something you use regularly anyway. Then the next one is the rectangle tool. This is used frequently If you click on it, you'll be able to draw a rectangle, square, whatever form of shape you want to do. It's easy to do it. But here, if you click on the extension, it gives you 2 options, 3 points triangle, rectangle rather, and the rectangle. The normal rectangle is what you normally use every time you're using these tools. Then the next one is the ellipse tool. Ellipse tool is for circle. You can draw circle, you can draw oval it depends on how you want it, whatever you want. If you want a perfect circle on your keyboard, you just press Shift, then you draw your circle. It gives you a perfect circle. But if you want it like an oval, you don't need to press the Shift. You just have to do it the way you want, whichever way you want. You drag and it forms the shape you want. Then on the extension, it has 2 also, which is 3-point ellipse, which is like it's not regularly used. I don't normally use it, but along the line you see what it's all about. Then the next one is the polygon tool. This one gives you all the shapes. If you want the polygon, if you want the star shape, you can click on it. It gives you, when you click on it, it asks you in this area, it asks you which how many angles you want. You can increase your angles to 7. I'm increasing to 8 now. If you click, it gives you 8 angle stars. That is it. It depends on how many type of star you want, and how many type of angles you want your star to be. Then you have the spiral, you have the common shapes. If you click on it, let's click on the common shapes. Then here you have the triangle. You can click on the triangle, it's part of the common shape. Or if you click at the angle here, it gives you all the common shapes that is under the shapes. These are common shapes. If you want this kind of arrow, you click on it, then you can draw the arrow. It depends on how you want your arrow to be. You want it long, like it depends. You can adjust all this. I will teach you in the tutorial. Then there are other basic like call out shapes, like somebody's talking. All these are the shapes you can get on these basic shapes too. Then after that, you get the text tool. These are the this is where you want to type a text. You just click on it, then you'll be able to type whatever you want to type on your keyboard. It's easy. Then when you click on your text, let's say for example you type on your text like this MTN there, MTN. It is easier for you you click on this, then you go here to change your font, whatever font you want for what you want to use for. Depends on the type of font you want, so you can use it. So now let's just look at this up to the text tool. Let's stop here and let's try and do something creative now. And I want to draw this MTN logo here. We'll use this as a reference and we'll be able to draw our own. With all the tools I've shown you earlier, it is easier for us to do this logo now. Let's start. Then the first thing we do is to try and create our MTN. To type our MTN, you click the text tool, then you type your MTN. Then you get a font that looks like this. You might not get the exact font, but you just look at something that looks like this. Okay, like this one looks like this, MTN. Yeah, we can start with this. You can pull it a little bit. When you pull it at the angle, at the corner. You see, if you are using your pick tool, the moment you click on an object, it gives you some points. If you drag from the center like this, it distorts. You see that it doesn't look nice. You can undo, Control Z is undo on your keyboard, or you can come here. This is undo. This is redo, or you can go to edit and you see undo. You undo. So, but for the shortcut on your keyboard is Control Z, undo. So if you want to drag to increase the font, you either increase it here or you drag at the corner. It's going to increase proportionately. Proportionately, it's going to increase the length and the size of your object. So this is our MTN. If you look at the font, it actually looks like this MTN here. So let's work with this. This is our font. But now we see that in this logo, there's the M is white, the T is in like a darker shade of yellow with a red dot, then N is white. Here now everything is black. You can highlight your M. When you click on the object, you double click, so it gives this highlighting. You can highlight your M, you put it, you change the color. This is a color palette. You can change the color to white. But since we are working on a white background now, we won't be able to see the N again because the background is white. So if you want to undo, just press on Ctrl Z on your keyboard. It undoes it. Okay, let's get this background so that we can work with the background, so we can be able to change our color as we want. We click on the rectangle shape. We draw our rectangle on it. This is our rectangle. We've drawn our rectangle, so we need this color on it. We go to your color palette. We have the color here. This is the color we're looking for. This is the color for the MTN. Okay, when we look at this closely now, we can see that the color, the rectangle has a black edge around it. What we need to do here when to remove this black edge, because we don't need it, we click on the object, then you go to your color tools, the color docket, and you click on this. You right click, then the color, the edge disappear. You right click on that, on this, and it disappears. So we have that one. But unfortunately, this rectangle is on top of our MTN. We need to put it at the back so that the MTN will come to the front. We just right click on this rectangle. It brings out an option. Then go to order, then to back of page. MTN is now in the front, then the background yellow is at the back. So our MTN and the background is ready now. What we need to do now is to change the color so that we get the color of what we want. So we need to resize the MTN because it looks bigger. Let's leave it this size. Then our M is white. Okay, there are two ways to do this. When we click on this, when we look closely, we see that there's some white dot here at the tip of the M. There's another white dot here. There's another white dot here. So there's 3 white dots represent each of the letters. This one with the M representing the M. This one here represents the T, and this one here represents the M. If you click on this tiny white dot, then that means on this tiny white dot here, that means you want to do something that has to do with the N. You can click on it with your shape tool. You click on your shape tool, use your shape tool, you click on this. You see that it's not white again, it's black. That means your N is the only letter active. Then you go to your color, you change it to white. You change your N alone. Then if you go to your M, remember we are using our shape tool, not the pick tool. You click on this, then you change it to white also. That is it. So we have our white MTN. Then all these things we can also separate these letters so that they won't be together. But now today, particularly for this lesson, I'm not going to do that, but I might just do it so you know how to do that. Let me copy this. If I want to copy this MTN, I can just do Ctrl C. That is copy. The moment it is copied, then you now do Ctrl V. That is it. It pasted it. It's on top of it. So this is, you have two of this now. So what I'm trying to say is that we can separate this MTN. Each one will be individual. All you need to do on your laptop is to press Ctrl K. It breaks the letter apart. Or if you don't want to go on your shortcut, you can just go to let's see, I think it's edit. I'm sorry guys, I'm used to the shortcut. I've forgotten. I don't really know most of these things anymore, but I'm so used to the shortcut. Or what you can do, you just right click on the MTN. You right click and see. Okay, it's not there as well. But like I said, you just use Ctrl K. Ctrl K is to break the letters apart. So you can write it down so you won't forget. Ctrl K is for breaking the letters apart. So we've broken it apart. So if it's broken apart, you can color separately. You click on the N, you can give N whatever color you want. You can give M whatever color you want. So that's another way of doing that. So now let us try and do that on this one, our MTN. Now we press Ctrl K. We have our Ctrl K. M is separate, T is separate, N is separate. So what we need to do now is to make our T. If you look at the MTN, it has a small T here. To put a small dot here under the T that changes to red. What you need to do here now is to use your rectangle to draw a small line like this. We put it where we want the letter to be broken. See, this is where I want to separate this. So what I will do now is to, if you see my small line is highlighted, I press Shift on my keyboard and I click on the T. So the two objects are highlighted. Now, when this is highlighted, it gives you various options here that you want to weld. No, we are not welding. We want to trim. Yeah, we might as well trim it. If you click on trim, you can see now that it is broken. So what we need to do is just to click on this small thing, delete it. You can see our T has been separated into two. So we have this, the top and left. But if you click on it, they are still the same. They are still on the same. They are still the same. So what you need to do now, the moment you click on it, you have an option here which is to break it apart. Like Ctrl K, like I told you earlier, you can click on this one, press K, press Ctrl K, and this will be separated. Then let's break it apart. Now we can see this top of the T is up. And this one can easily be colored. We put red. So if you can see now, our MTN is almost done. Then this T is supposed to be deep yellow, but if I put the yellow now, it's going to match with the background. But before I do that, we can easily quickly do the oval shape, the oval shape, which is another color. We use our ellipse to draw the oval like this, to drag. You drop. So this is our oval shape. Then we need this color. So we just look at our color docket. We click on the color that we want. Let's see, this is not too close, it's too light. It's too light. A very easy way of picking colors is this. Let me show you that one quickly. A very easy way of picking color. If you are not good with colors to identify the same color that you want from the docket or from the reference you're doing, what you need to do is it's very simple. You click on what you want to color. Then here on your tools, there's this picker. It's called color hide drops. You click on it. The moment you click on it, your cursor will change to like this eye drop. Then you click on the color that you want. If this is the color we want, we click on it. Then we come to the where we want to place it. We click on it. The color changes to this. Now, if you look carefully, you see that there's a black edge around our oval. Then you come to your colored docket. Then you right click on this to remove the edge. So we have removed the edge now. So now, unfortunately again, this oval is on top of our MTN. So what we need to do is to send it to the back. Order, you right click, then order, send it to the back of page. It's now back, but if you notice, it's at the back of our yellow. Now what we need to do, we now right click our yellow, we send yellow to the back. Yeah, that is it. Then our T now, we give it our yellow color. So our MTN is almost done. Our MTN is almost done now. What is left is just a white edge. So we use our rectangle, we draw our white edge. This is going to be our white edge. Then we color it. You right click because it's when you want to, this is a line now. When you want to color our line, we right click, not on the color. You right click on the color. If you do the normal clicking, it's going to turn the whole rectangle into white. But we are just doing the line. So now we want the line to be bigger. We can change we can increase the size of the line to this. We use this outline width. Maybe we want it to be 10 points. That is it. Or 10 points is too big. Let's change it to 8 points. Now, simple. We have been able to do our MTN logo. It's very simple. Guys, I know you can do this. Try it on your own. If you have any question, post it on your comment section. Tell a friend to tell another friend. Subscribe to this channel and enjoy more tutorial. Thank you very much. Until I bring you another tutorial. Have a good day.